Working for God by Andrew Murray. Introduction. The object of this little book is first of all to remind all Christian workers of the greatness and the glory of the work in which God gives a share. It is nothing less than that work of bringing men back to their God, at which God finds His highest glory and blessedness. As we see that it is God's own work we have to work out, that He works it through us, that in our doing it His glory rests on us, and we glorify Him, we shall count it our joy to give ourselves to live only and wholly for it. The aim of the book at the same time is to help those who complain, and perhaps do not even know to complain, that they are apparently labouring in vain, to find out what may be the cause of so much failure. God's work must be done in God's way and in God's power. It is spiritual work, to be done by spiritual men, in the power of the Spirit. The clearer our insight into, and the more complete our submission to God's laws of work, the surer and the richer will be our joy and our reward in it. Along with this, I have had in view the great number of Christians who practically take no real part in the service of their Lord. They have never understood that the chief characteristic of the divine life in God and Christ is love and its work of blessing men. The divine life in us can show itself in no other way. I have tried to show that it is God's will that every believer, without exception, whatever be his position in life, gives himself wholly to live and work for God. I have also written in the hope that some who have the training of others in Christian life and work may find thoughts that will be of use to them in teaching the imperative duty, the urgent need, the divine blessedness of a life given to God's service, and to waken within the consciousness of the power that works in them, even the Spirit and power of Christ Himself. To the great host of workers in church and chapel, in mission hall and open air, in day and Sunday schools, in endeavour societies, in young men's and young women's and students' associations, and all the various forms of the ministry of love throughout the world, I lovingly offer these meditations, with the fervent prayer that God, the great worker, may make us true fellow workers with Himself.